Famous Guitars, episode number 28. Well, you mix a fantastic guitar player, a bearded wonder with a 1959 Gibson Les Paul, and heavenly tones, and what do you get? Well, of course, you're getting this guitar right here. And of course, I'm talking about Billy Gibbons' famous 1959 Pearly Gates guitar. Billy Gibbons has played many guitars during his 40-odd year career, but his favorite, and the one which he is most associated, is the old Les Paul he calls Pearly Gates. Billy Gibbons' Pearly Gates, or Miss Pearly Gates, to give her a full name, isn't just any old guitar. Forget the rhetoric about a godlike voice or angelic tones, because no hype is really needed. This is, after all, a 1959 Gibson Les Paul standard, perhaps the finest guitar ever built, arguably. Gibbons bought his for about $250, which has to be the best deal anyone has ever had on a guitar. Nowadays, a 59 Les Paul standard, if you can find one, will easily set you back about a six-figure sum. As far as this particular 59 Les Paul is concerned, legend has it that Gibbons acquired it by way of a girlfriend. The story goes that in early days of ZZ Top, Gibbons' friend got an audition for a part in a movie. Needing to get from Texas to California, she borrowed Gibbons' 1939 Packard. It got her to the audition, she got the part, and then sold the car, handing the proceeds over to the ZZ Top guitarist. Gibbons did what any guitar player would do. He used the money to fund the purchase of a guitar, which he named Pearly Gates after the car sold to raise money for it. The car had been named Pearly Gates because the band decided if it made it to California, it must have divine qualities to it. The High Sheriff of Texas blues rock has played Miss Pearly Gates on every ZZ Top album since. For a man who cites the three most important words in his particular style of blues as tone, tone, and tone, the 59 Les Paul is the perfect guitar. Of course, Gibson wasn't about to let the commercial potential of a terrific story coupled with a legendary guitar and perhaps the greatest character ever to wield a Les Paul go to waste. And in 2009, it produced the Billy Gibbons Pearly Gates Les Paul standard with a starting price of a cool $8,000. Only about 350 were made, 50 of which were agreed to match Gibbons' own guitar, and another 50 both aged and signed personally by Gibbons. The maple tops were each carefully selected and the burst finish applied to match the original Pearly Gates as closely as possible. The one-piece mahogany neck has a 1959 rounded profile and the same long neck tenon found in Gibbons' early Les Pauls. The hardware is nickel, and the gold hat control knob tops and vintage Cluzon-style tulip tuners round out the look. And the all-important pickups that are the same Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates humbuckers Gibbons used on his concert guitars. Pearly Gates doesn't travel too much these days, and while Gibbons doesn't play it live for that reason, he does still use it for recording. The name Pearly Gates has also popped up somewhere else, as a character on the TV series Bones, played by, you guessed it, Billy F. Gibbons. There you go, there's your Famous Guitars episode number 28, Billy Gibbons' famous Pearly Gates guitar. Like, share, and follow for more Famous Guitars.